Hello everybody. Today I'm going to speak about the functional memento that have been created by Odoo. Odoo has started a few months ago an initiative to support people from the functional side. The reason being that most people in the Odoo world are developers, so they do not really understand what is done from the functional point of view, and to have a memento that explains some of the functional is really helpful. So I'm going to show you now how to go to the memento that have been created by Odoo. So you can go to odoo.com and you click on functional memento, and here you see it's written Odoo business mementos, accounting for entrepreneur warehouse. In the warehouse, you have the double entry inventory management and inventory management. So let us just go very shortly to the accounting memento. The way it works is really, really cool. When you go somewhere, the system on the left side, you have the explanations, and when you go through the explanation on the left side, you see what it corresponds to on the right side. For instance, if you go to the balance sheet, then you see on the right side the whole balance sheet is suddenly white. And if you go to profit and loss, the profit and loss becomes white. So if you go to the gross profit, you see it enlightened on the right side. It continues with the chart of account, and here you can activate here one specific transaction like company and corporation, and you see how it looks like, which accounts are going to be touched by this. And if you say pay for a building, you see here amounts coming and where it's coming and how it looks like on the chart of account. So of course this chart of account may not be the chart of account that is related to your accounting, your country, so you better go discuss with an accountant before you set up a chart of account. And then you have the journal entries here. You see like more explanation about how it's done. Like if you have the customer payment, you see you have cash here and the account receivable here. So you see it's really, really, really cool. You can go through it. It's especially if you start with Odoo, you are not you do not have the full training in accounting. It can be quite useful because you understand immediately how it works. And let us go to the warehouse. What I really like is that you have an explanation about the double entry management. This is something that is quite specific for Odoo. So it shows you when you do an entry, the two locations that are impacted by the entry in terms of quantity and in terms of value. And you have here different operations, and you see what happens when you have an operation. So very, very useful for beginners in the Odoo market. And let us go to the very last one, inventory valuations. And here you have the costing methods. It explains to you here how things are calculated. For instance, for the standard price, you receive 8 products at $10, what happens? You receive 4 products at $16, what happens? You deliver the product and you receive further product. So really, really well done. Okay, I also participated to some corrections, so I can only say something positive about it. But really, for everybody who is starting into the Odoo world, those other things that even if you are a small company that is starting with Odoo, it's good to understand how Odoo does the things. That is it for today. So I hope you enjoy the show. And if you have any comment or if you have anything you want me to speak about, leave it down in the comments.